Welcome, one and all, to the UCLA Extension 2020 Certificate Celebration, a virtual ceremony. Today's musical arrangements are performed by Dr. Christoph Bull on the Skinner organ. Graduates, family members, and friends, let's begin. Today's ceremony starts with a message from the Chancellor of UCLA, Gene Block.
Hello, class of 2020. My congratulations to you on this wonderful achievement. I hope you and your families and friends enjoy a well-earned celebration for all that you've accomplished. Reaching this milestone is a tribute to your hard work, sacrifice, intelligence, persistence, and resilience. I expect most of you have been dreaming of this day, and I'm sure none of you ever dreamed it would arrive in the midst of such difficult circumstances. Across our nation, we are grieving the unhealed wounds of ongoing racial injustice. And around the world, the COVID-19 pandemic has impacted almost every aspect of our lives and will continue to change our world in fundamental ways. How we deliver healthcare, provide education, structure our economy, and more will require imagination and vision as we move forward. Calling upon America to be honest about its failings, the writer and activist James Baldwin reminded us that not everything that is faced can be changed, but nothing can be changed until it is faced. His wisdom still echoes today. There is much work to do. Whether you're going to become an artist or an activist, an engineer or an entrepreneur, a nurse or a journalist, an educator or a policymaker, you have a role to play in reshaping institutions and our society. You will help shape the guiding values and overarching priorities that will define our future. If you had planned to make a difference before, your vision and contributions are even more needed now. Like the architects of the post-Civil War Reconstruction, the New Deal, the post-World War II Marshall Plan, or the space race, your talents will be put to use in ways that are both unprecedented and very much needed. The past few months have taught us important lessons about our society's vulnerabilities and inequities, but also about our adaptability and empathy for each other. Now is the time to take those lessons and the skills you honed here at UCLA and apply them to building a world that is better prepared, more resilient, and more just. If anyone can build that better world, it is you. You are truly exceptional, and we take so much pride in all that you have accomplished. I know we'll even take greater pride in all that you go on to achieve in your lives and careers. With deep respect, I wish you courage and good luck, and once again I say, congratulations, class of 2020.
Please welcome Eric Bullard, Dean of Continuing Education and UCLA Extension.
Hello, everyone, and welcome. I'm Eric Bullard, Dean of Continuing Education and UCLA Extension. During my first 6 months at UCLA, I have seen our community come together in ways that we would have never anticipated. In the face of adversity, our community rose to the challenge, as it has for over 100 years, to continue delivering higher education to thousands of learners across the globe. What I have seen is resilience and passion. Resilience and determination, and an understanding that education is the most powerful tool in helping to break down barriers and to advance society. Passion to, despite all odds, find new and innovative ways to ensure that knowledge is passed to the next generation of leaders in Los Angeles and beyond. I am truly grateful to serve as the Dean of UCLA Extension, and I am very proud of our team. Today, we celebrate UCLA Extension's class of 2020. Today, we recognize your hard work and the realization of your dreams. This milestone celebration honors approximately 2,000 students who have earned professional certificates at UCLA Extension. Completing a certificate at UCLA Extension is a major accomplishment in any year, but this is a year unlike any other. The COVID-19 pandemic and the social uprising and call to take action to overcome racism has impacted our lives in ways that will be felt for years to come. As a graduating class, you are being called upon to find solutions to societal challenges. Our environment, economies, governments, and communities are dependent upon you to do more and to do good. Don't turn away from this challenge. As Bruins, we believe in creating what might be, something better than what exists. This is your grand challenge. Take what you know in your head and in your heart and shape a positive future. This light is within you. As we speak, buildings across our campus remain largely empty. Yet amid the uncertainty the pandemic has caused, our global community came together and stayed Bruin strong. And within the time of a pandemic, our community also came together in solidarity to support our African American students, faculty, and staff by declaring that Black Lives Matter. In response to the pandemic, the UCLA Extension staff sprang into action and converted thousands of in-person courses to remote instruction in a matter of days. Our instructors, many of whom had not taught online before, worked tirelessly to ensure our students continued to receive the world-class education UCLA Extension is known for. And you, our students, rose to the occasion and worked with our instructors and staff to continue your education. I applaud the strength and resilience you have all displayed during these very challenging times. I also applaud the generosity of our lifelong learning community. Now, more than ever, we thank you for your continued support. Your generous donations have made a huge difference to our certificate graduates, and donations to our COVID-19 Relief Scholarship Fund have made it possible for UCLA Extension to assist certificate students in most need. And while our work to combat racism continues, I'm confident in our ability to work actively to tear down systems that promote racial bias and discrimination. We will not continue on with business as usual. We have a moral and social obligation to do better. Another group I would like to recognize are the people who supported you on your academic journey, your family, friends, coworkers, and classmates. Achievement does not happen in a vacuum, and the encouragement you have received from them has been essential to your progress. Thank them and celebrate with them today. Your success is also theirs. Above all, I want to thank our students. You give meaning to our work at UCLA Extension. Today, we honor you and your fellow graduates. Your journey as a lifelong learner started with determination and the drive to be better, to do more, to make your dreams a reality. It was not an easy road. It took sacrifice and hard work, but your efforts brought you to this moment, filled with knowledge, skills, confidence, and hope for the future. Today marks a special milestone in your personal and professional journey. Enjoy this moment, look at your success, and know you are changed by accomplishing something tangible and significant in a year unlike any other. As a certificate graduate, you are part of the big, diverse, and dynamic UCLA story. This past year, we paused to reflect upon 100 years of educational excellence and tradition as UCLA celebrated its centennial. This celebration means you're a member of the UCLA family, a distinguished community always focused on resilience, strength, and the power of lifelong learning. The University of California's motto is Fiat Lux, which translated from Latin means, "Let there be light." From this came our 2020 graduation theme, Light the Way Forward. Your curiosity, your spirit, and your pursuit of excellence propel you to even greater heights. You are the catalyst for change, lighting the way to a brighter future. Today and forever, you are a UCLA Bruin. On behalf of UCLA Extension and Bruins everywhere, it is my honor to congratulate the class of 2020.
We would now like to remember one of our own, Jeremy Brew. We now begin the recognition of certificate graduates with remarks from the Assistant Dean, followed by Department Director acknowledgments. Please welcome Assistant Dean Sheila King.
Hello, I'm Sheila King, Interim Assistant Dean at UCLA Extension. It is my honor and privilege to welcome you to this virtual celebration. There's an expression at UCLA. For every aspiration, UCLA has a means. Each one of you has pursued and realized your aspirations at UCLA Extension. At times, your pursuit occurred under the challenging circumstances of remote learning and necessary social change. Today, we are here to celebrate your strength, commitment, resilience, and accomplishments. UCLA Extension offers a rich variety of pathways for adult learners. Through open enrollment programs, we provide access to UCLA and the ongoing research that is creating new knowledge for this generation. Building on the knowledge you have gained in your certificate program, we have no doubts that you will move to action and transform our society for the better. No matter what field you've studied, you've learned both the theory and application from accomplished practitioners. You've demonstrated the ability to implement your new skills and collaborate with colleagues. This will have an immediate and positive impact in your workplace. The UCLA brand means excellence. By completing the rigorous requirements of your certificate, you've demonstrated the competence that will set you apart in your field and will mark you as a leader and innovator. You've also created a support network of colleagues, a community of learners who are classmates and instructors invested in your success, who will support you in your future career. As a former program director in the sciences and health sciences, I've seen the direct effects of continuing education. Students have shared their joy and excitement when they've been accepted to professional programs. These include medical, nursing, dental, pharmacy, physician assistant, and veterinary schools. These messages include gratitude and praise for our dedicated instructors. They are the leaders who mentor, challenge, and motivate students to achieve their academic goals. Our instructors generously extend themselves beyond the classroom, giving back and supporting the next generation of professionals. We are truly thankful for their service and dedication to teaching. In these moments of engagement with successful alumni, it's apparent to me that UCLA Extension has also achieved its aspiration, and that is to create extraordinary learning experiences for adults of all ages by engaging the power of education to transform lives, businesses, and communities worldwide. As the graduates of this institution, you are the transformation and the hope of the future. Congratulations, certificate graduates, class of 2020.
The arts.
I love teaching at Extension. I think that the students are what make it so wonderful, but they're different. They're different. For people who've taught at the college level before, I always say that Extension students are different, taking this important and bold step in their life and in their career and their profession, and that they take it very seriously. So I love it.
The fact that someone else fell in love with a topic, a discipline, a profession, or even just a concept, that's deeply satisfying for me.
One of the great opportunities here at UCLA Extension is being able to work with world-class instructors who are experts in their field. And though everybody comes with a certain amount of creativity about how a certain scene should be scored, it's wonderful to have the guidance from these faculty members to take your idea and make it even better.
During my time at UCLA Extension, I produced a few short films. One I'm particularly proud of, I shot and produced with UCLA MFA students, so UCLA Film School. I really felt that all that I had learned at UCLA was coming into place on this shoot.
In the next 2 or 3 years, I really want to start to make an independent feature, acting and producing at the same time. I wouldn't have this idea before coming to UCLA Extension. It's really after I took the low-budget filmmaking class, I started to have this idea, oh, people have done it before. Why not me?
As a graduate of the Interior and Environmental Design program here at UCLA Extension, I have developed amazing skills in which has allowed me to work for some of the top architecture and design firms in the world. And today, not only have my practice of architecture and design, but also continue teaching here at UCLA, and being able to offer the same advantages was given to me here.
Landscape architecture impacts people constantly, and they don't even know it. The way spaces are designed can force you to meet people and have interactions and make friends. And most of us don't really think we have the time for that stuff, but you know, when a space forces you to do that, you come out of it having had a much better experience.
I got to design a loft, plan it, furnish it and make 3D models for it and present it in class. So I could not imagine myself to be there, to be able to be a solo firm, to do all that alone.
I really feel like, having UCLA on my resume for a start, and also just the experience that I learned really gave me the tools to go out and make movies and have a better knowledge of how to do better movies.
My name is Pascal Cohen-Olivar, and I'm the director of the Department of the Arts, which include programs in visual arts, entertainment studies, landscape architecture and horticulture, architecture and interior design, and the writers program. Today, I want to congratulate you on completing your certificate program. 2020 has been a challenging year, and yet you have pulled through and finished your course of study. It's a big accomplishment that you can be proud of. In all of the arts certificate programs, we have been committed to providing you with added value and opportunities, not only inside the classroom but also outside of class, in shape of internships, consultation, student shows, networking events, and film festival. We hope that this will help you, as the saying goes, get your foot in the door and excel at what you do. I do want to thank all of the arts instructors and my trusted colleagues in the department who are dedicated to helping you succeed. Let's not forget that the creative economy in California generates over $650 billion in creative output and generates over 2.7 million jobs as per the Otis report for 2020. Today, as you are getting ready to begin or continue your professional career, we are honoring you. You are artists. You are creator of works that touch all of our senses. As creators, your work takes many forms and is a tangible expression of your point of view, interpretation of events, or sense of the world. Creative expression is your superpower. And remember that whatever discipline that you're in, whether you are a composer or a photographer, a fine artist, an interior architect, or a writer, whatever you do, you have one thing that's unique. That one thing that you have that nobody else has is you. You are storytellers and creators with original voices. You have the ability to make art. Your voice, your mind, your story, your vision comes to life. So write and draw and design, and make movies and music as only you can. Your UCLA Extension certificates offered you the opportunity to develop clarity about your vision, invest in yourself, your craft, and your future. Los Angeles offers a creative home for your pursuits, and UCLA Extension has offered access. As artists, you have grown, expanded your view, reinvented yourselves, and aimed for goals beyond what you originally thought was possible. And now you are actors, filmmakers, music producers, screenwriters, landscape architects, directors, UX designers, and more, with your professional certificate you have earned through your creativity and hard work. Your certificate gives you a credential that makes you part of a creative class of notable brilliance. Congratulations, certificate graduate in the arts, and I wish you continued success.
Ronald Reagan was the only real-life example I could think of when trying to explain to my parents and close friends how a recent political science graduate decided to try and make it in Hollywood. Long story short, the UCLA Extension Acting Certificate helped me to completely switch my career path in just 1 year, learning from the best teachers in the industry, Tony Attell and Eric Scott Gould. Special thanks to you guys. Now I can proudly say that my YouTube channel finally contributes to my work resume, and I even got signed recently to a talent agent. UCLA Extension literally made my childhood dream come true. Thank you.
Business, management, and legal programs.
My name is Carmen Situ from Vancouver, Canada. I'm a student at UCLA Extension in the International Trade Program with a concentration in import and export.
My name is Lucas Meyer, and I'm doing the Certificate of International Trade and Commerce.
My name is Katie Ferraro, and I am receiving a certificate in entrepreneurship.
My name is Avni Patel Shah. I'm participating in the Strategic Branding and Public Relations Certification Program at UCLA Extension. Strategic marketing and public relations and branding are all elements that are crucial to success as you go higher, and being able to provide that strategic vision is incredibly important.
After I'm done with my certificate, I want to apply for the OPT. So I'm planning to try to get a job doing some exports or imports with Latin America, because I can speak Spanish, so I think it's a good market for me.
I would like to work for an international trade company in Los Angeles initially, and to further equip myself with relevant work experience. And further down the road, I would like to actually launch my own import-export business. So that's my ultimate goal.
The actual program for me has been a total game changer. I had really no business side of things, and I wanted to get that in my wheelhouse because I was supporting a lot of small businesses. But at the end of the program, I actually found that I wanted to start my own business.
I love the ability to tell stories, and being able to tell the story of a brand or the journey of an individual who has come to the institution that I'm working for with the larger public, and being able to craft a brand around that for the institution as a whole is where I find my joy. At my heart, I'm a storyteller, and so being able to do that effectively through the work is where I find my joy.
What it means for me to be an entrepreneur is to put my passion and my purpose to work, and actually living the life that I've always wanted to live with no restrictions.
I'm Roger Tornaden, Director of Business Management and Legal Programs for UCLA Extension. 100 or so years ago, Los Angeles launched into an era of business expansion, exponential employment growth, and professional career preparation, not only with respect to Hollywood, but the Philharmonic, Hollywood Bowl, UCLA Extension, and UCLA itself. Similar to today, the Los Angeles Renaissance faced speed bumps, including the Great Depression, but figured out solutions to ultimately become California's driving force on the way to the 5th largest economy in the world. In fact, Southern California itself is the 8th largest economy in the world. Our foundation for you, our 2020 certificate graduates, is defined by the largest number of small businesses in the world, the world's center for entertainment, including Disney, independent, major studios, Live Nation, and global talent management, global centers of technology development, including SpaceX, a global quality healthcare system, including UCLA Health, and worldwide supply chains supported by the ports of Los Angeles and Long Beach. Importantly, UCLA certificate graduates help guide and grow many iconic global companies in Los Angeles, while other graduates create and build their own companies, from wineries to technology, and from investment management to community services. What makes Los Angeles special? Our companies, our brands, the size of our economy, our talent, our industry diversity, our people diversity, our infrastructure, our innovations, and global connections. Speaking of connections, you are now a Bruin among another 100,000 UCLA Bruins in Los Angeles and over 500,000 Bruins worldwide. We are entering a period of disruptions: how we work, how we do business, how we secure our lives. And that period requires focus and continuous preparation. We will all become more strategically adept while planning new processes with continual deployments of technologies. Our future legacies will be defined by our leadership preparation, our persistence, and our attitudes, regardless of our specific careers. Given that we live in an increasingly complex world with countless disruptions and distractions, we will continue to learn, prepare, and find new opportunities. Your UCLA Extension certificate evidences your drive, new skills, and readiness. Know that UCLA will always be here to help you in your professional journey. Congratulations, certificate graduates, in business management and legal programs.
I was stuck in a career as an executive assistant, and I decided it was time to improve my skills and make a change. I began taking UCLA Extension courses, working towards a certification in project management. I've already landed a new job as a project coordinator. Even though I'm still in the process of receiving my certification, the knowledge I have gained has already improved my career and is being put to work. You are never too old to change careers, and UCLA Extension has helped me tremendously in making that transition a success.
Digital technology.
My name is William Yu. I teach data science at UCLA Extension. The first machine learning model we talk about is a linear regression model. You basically understand the power and the beauty of the data, and how can you use the model to get the best information out of the data.
My data analytics has been a passion of mine. I understood from a very young age that data is everywhere. We're bombarded with information every minute of the day, but having the skill set to turn data into meaningful information where organizations can have decision-making ability is basically what data analytics is.
My name is Anastasia Bogdanova, and I was a student in the Data Science Intensive Certificate program at UCLA Extension. As part of this program, I completed a capstone project, and the topic that I chose was looking at the LA Metro bike share system and evaluating demand and usage patterns. And I was able to take this detailed and raw data from multiple sources and visualize it in a way that was presentable to my classmates and also to a broader audience, and that was clear and concise.
I was a business analyst in Australia while I was focusing on the business side of things. I decided to move to UCLA Extension to further my technical skills so I can grow my career. And when I landed in UCLA Extension, I applied for the Laurel Hummel Scholarship. Little did I know that winning that scholarship was going to change my life. From that scholarship, I got to meet a lot of people at UCLA Extension, where I pitched the idea of hosting She Loves Data's first workshop at UCLA Extension. We are a global nonprofit, and we hold completely free workshops for women in data, analytics, software, and networking opportunities.
So I think there's a big challenge in innovation and technology today, which is really trying to connect people with different voices and different identities to the sort of changes that we want to see in the world tomorrow. We're seeing the diversity of voices. We're seeing different kinds of people being able to look at startups and new ideas and ideation and create those channels till tomorrow. And I really believe that it's this ability of UCLA to convene people from different backgrounds that is going to make a difference.
UCLA Extension is a place where you can change your life.
Hello, everyone. Congratulations. Welcome to this historical virtual graduation commencement. Who would have thought that this wouldn't be possible a decade ago? Who would have thought that we can all get onto the internet to learn, to interact, to share knowledge in real time? You may be frustrated when the internet connection went down when you're trying to get onto the class. You may be impatient when the C++ compiler or the Python interpreter keeps giving you error messages when you know that your code is perfectly fine. You may be disappointed that your peers and your instructor are not in the same classroom with you in person. Although your frustrations, your impatience, and your disappointments are real and should be acknowledged, you did not let these hardships and challenges stop you from achieving your academic goal. History has proven that great innovations often came from individuals who are attempting to solve problems that they have personally experienced. Uber was created after Garrett Camp and his friends spent $800 hiring a private driver. The problem became the impetus for the disruption of the entire land travel industry. The solution was made possible by digital technology. Yes, digital technology. The current public health challenges is causing companies to rethink about their business model and operations, whether the changes will be in supply chain management, smart manufacturing, or improving remote operations. Digital technology will play a significant role going forward. Graduate of digital technology, I am counting on you for the next great technological innovation. Congratulations. I am so proud of you, class of 2020.
My name is Ali Hashem, and I am graduating with my certificate in cybersecurity. After graduating law school, I pursued a career in compliance and found myself working in information security and governance, risk, and compliance for AlixPartners. While I had a strong understanding of the governance side of my job, I struggled with the technical side. I have already noticed growth in my knowledge of key security concepts such as firewalls, disaster recovery, and business continuity. Enrolling in UCLA Extension's cybersecurity program was a great decision, and I am proud to become an alumnus of such a great institution.
Pathway.
My name is Mia Friedman, and I am in the Learning and Life Skills program of UCLA Pathway.
My name is Tyler Fisher, and I'm part of the Pathway UCLA Extension program.
My name is Austin Merrill, and I am a second-year student of the Pathway program through UCLA Extension. There was always something I really particularly liked about the UCLA community, and so when I heard about it, I knew it would be a great fit.
What I enjoyed about being a member of UCLA was to navigate this vast, stunning campus, but the best of all was to participate in Pathway's intensive internship programs when I got to work for and with amazing, kind, and patient people that taught me more than I could have ever dreamed of.
Tyler, what did you like most about UCLA Extension?
The thing I liked about UCLA Extension is that I get many job opportunities and internships. For example, I worked at the John Wynn Center for 2 quarters, and then after the 2 quarters, during my spring break, one of my friends from Pathway decided to call me up and say, "Hey, why don't you just try to work at the Student Activity Center? It's more relaxing, and you could do a lot of independent studying."
My internship takes place at the Geffen Playhouse in Westwood. I work there 1 day a week supporting the development office and assisting them with a variety of different tasks.
My favorite part is being with my friends and going to the games and exploring the museums and doing special events with them, like going down to the beach and going down to Veteran Park for barbecues. Also doing some movie events.
So we first found out about the Pathway program through a friend of my wife's, and once we learned, we investigated more, and the more we learned, the more we liked it. Mia has experienced things. The best way you learn to live alone and to live independently is to live independently. The best way you learn how to cook or exercise is to do it, and she's participated in everything. And so that's what we like about the program. She has actively been living independently, going to class, preparing meals. There's so many aspects of independent living that are important. So we love it.
After graduation, I'm planning on working for Skechers in a professional office setting, just like my 3 internships.
The next thing that I'm gonna do is to maybe find a job where my uncle works.
So the community of Pathway students, are able to grow and just live like independent young adults and have a typical college experience, just like any other college student.
I'm so appreciative and thankful for this life-changing experience that I've had at Pathway. And I'm ready to go out into the working world and become a real contributor. I've always wanted to come to UCLA, even when I was a child. And I'm proud to be a Bruin, just like my father. Once a UCLA Bruin, always a UCLA Bruin.
On behalf of Jessica Brout and the Pathway team, I would like to congratulate the Pathway class of 2020. From the first day you arrived at Pathway to now, the growth and confidence you have shown is remarkable. Each of you has made huge strides on your road to careers and to independence. You have shown perseverance, strength, and leadership that will leave a lasting mark on your classmates and on the program. This past year has been challenging, and you have succeeded in the face of adversity. This shows how well prepared you are to take bold steps into the world outside of family and of UCLA. All of you have choices in entering the workforce or in continuing your education. Like every other graduate of UCLA, you now have a responsibility to use your skills and strengths to contribute to the social world around you. I look forward to seeing your accomplishments in the future.
I was expecting to learn to be independent, to live on my own. It was about stepping up to the plate and being responsible. I'm proud of myself for doing all those things.
Education.
Early childhood education's impact on the world is profound. It carries on the values that society has for community.
We're literally working on the very core of people. Whatever we are helping co-construct with the child will live within that person for the rest of their life.
What I love about teaching early childhood education is I work with joy every day. And if you're not having fun, you're not doing it right. That's really my job as a teacher.
I think what a lot of people don't understand about early childhood education is, in one level, you're working with children, but in another level, you're working with human beings. And it really requires you to understand young people, old people, everything in between, and definitely you have to understand yourself.
My job as an instructor, as a college counseling team member here, is that I get to affect change every time I teach a class by providing the tools necessary for people all around the world to do the job right.
I loved the program. I loved the feel of the community that I got in the classes. The program really built upon itself. We started with a very broad focus and entered into more specific subjects, and that was really useful.
Teaching is definitely a process, and it's exciting because we can learn so much about how students learn, the technology, how we can make teaching more engaging.
So as an actual classroom teacher teaching 5th grade and a UCLA course instructor, I feel like it's this perfect marriage where not only can I really experience what the teachers are going through, but I'm experiencing it myself as well. So then I can wear 2 hats, both the instructor and the classroom teacher hat. So I feel like I can really deliver a powerful experience for the classroom teacher.
My hope for candidates leaving the program is to keep that inquiry research-based process, because education is constantly changing and we need to collaborate with colleagues, with stakeholders, and look at what's going on in the classroom. If things are going well, how can you make them better?
This has been a really important experience for me, and it has shifted my life in a lot of ways. It opened up a career path for me that I hadn't seen clearly before, and it's a really important shift for me professionally and for my family.
The joy for me in being a counselor is that I affect change every single day.
Congratulations, graduates of education. Teaching and counseling are challenging professions which require a dedication to serve, an understanding of development, and an empathy for others. Our professions have always bordered on social activism, and now more than ever, your chosen career is a service to humanity, equity, and justice. Education and college counseling offer opportunities to elevate the life experiences of others. You are the professionals who will do the hard work of social and educational transformation in the time of COVID-19. I see a future for educators to knit together families and schools and to leverage the strengths of communities for our future. I look forward to seeing how you meet this challenge and how you use your knowledge and intellectual curiosity to become global innovators. I have confidence that through this generation of highly prepared educators, teaching and counseling will be recognized as professions for hope, power, and social change. Congratulations.
With the UCLA Extension online classes, I was able to make the glorious beaches of Hawaii my classroom, and I completed my certificate. I was so proud. When I shared that good news with my friends on Facebook, I had many friends who wanted to work with me. Shortly after I completed the certificate, I married a French citizen and moved to France. I would love the opportunity to take another screenwriting class from one of the greatest film schools in the world. This time, the romantic countryside of France will be my classroom.
Engineering and Technical Management.
Hi, I'm Jerry Reed, and I teach a leadership course here at UCLA Extension on project leadership and a scheduling course. I like to think project management is the actualization of team-based work. So as a result, it's a field, a subject matter that moves across almost every industry, from entertainment to game design, very technical fields, telecom. Right? And so the demand is very great for project managers.
The foundation of everything that we do at Blizzard is technology-based. So anyone that comes up here and learns these leadership techniques is going to go back and work with engineers at Blizzard. And I think anyone that wants to transition into leadership can garner value from what they learn here.
My name is Chip Espinoza, and I teach Managing Across Generations and Leading Change in the UCLA Extension TMP program. So my hope after the course is that people walk away with two things. The first one being self-efficacy. I know I can do this. I can handle this now. Some of the challenges that I had before, I know how to address them. And number two is observed competency. That when they go back into their organizations, people say, wow, they're amazing.
I love construction management because I love the people. I love the workers and the tradesmen and the craftsmen in the field. I love the hard work, traditional bring your lunchbox to work mentality. I like being in the office, helping them be successful and helping all the companies involved in a project realize the goal of a successful project completion.
My name is Brian Roberts, and I am a certificate graduate of the UCLA Extension's Construction Management program. I decided to do the program at UCLA Extension because I was actually in between jobs, and I really wanted to go back to school and learn a different craft.
Construction and construction management is all about two primary things, and that is scheduling and budget. When a student tells me that from what they learned in my class, that they were successful in scheduling and budget, I feel that they have embraced what I've shared with them to make them more successful.
A student gets out of the program is the confidence and the ability to walk into a job site trailer and be a field engineer or an intern or a project engineer and really set them up for that career in construction management.
My instructors are fantastic. They truly love what they do. The fact that they are on the job and they are not just full-time professors is a big deal. One of my professors, Dan, invited me to come to one of his projects. We learned all of our professors' projects. In fact, everything was a real-world account of what they were doing in the workplace.
I bring 10 years of construction management experience to the classroom. I think that I can bring a good hands-on approach to not just what the textbook says, but how we're using it in real life on some pretty large projects.
The experience that the student gains during the coursework and the contacts that they make and relationships with the instructors can be lasting for many years throughout their career.
UCLA Extension is challenging.
Hello, my name is Varaj Shamirian. I'm director of the engineering department. You have the tools to design and develop solutions to enhance quality of life. In fact, engineers and technical managers are drivers of business development and growth. In the present and the future, you will be challenged and called upon to use your skills learned in UCLA Extension certificates to innovate toward elegant solutions. Here's my advice. I challenge you to embrace uncertainty and change because opportunity rises out of periods of uncertainty. As members of UCLA Alumni Association, you now belong to the community of UCLA engineering alums. Consider them as guides and support. Look to their success as possible roadmaps for your career and projects. I wish each and every one of you much success in life. Thank you.
Taking the photography certificate at UCLA Extension has been a great experience. I went from not knowing how to operate my DSLR camera to being able to fully use my camera in manual mode, as well as think creatively about the images that I capture. All of my instructors were very knowledgeable and really took their time to help me learn the technical and visual aspects of photography. I'm glad I took the photography certificate, and I look forward to using the skills I've gained to go to the next level in photography.
Humanities and sciences.
It always amazes them and me what an incredibly diverse group of students we get. We truly have, an international classroom. It's like sitting there with the United Nations. In one class, I'll have, students from France and Belgium and Brazil and China and India, Dubai, all over the world. And they are coming from every industry, every background, every experience level. And so I make sure they tell their story to each other and that they get to hear what is it that drew them to this program? Why are they passionate about sustainability?
I learned so many things in the program. I learned counseling approaches. I learned different methods of treating individuals. I learned about family counseling, group counseling. I learned about the neurobiology of addiction, the science behind it as a disease model, and I had a really good knowledge base to apply when I actually went to work.
I discovered that GIS brings together both the art and the science of working with geospatial data. GIS and geospatial technology is essentially the field of computer-based mapping.
I had moved to Los Angeles several years ago and was working in a couple different fields, not really finding my footing. Happened to open up a catalog of courses and saw this GIS class. It was over the course of about a year of several classes that we broached everything from introduction class to programming to cartography to more advanced parts of the GIS software where we are looking at statistical analysis.
Nothing has the power quite like a map to communicate or miscommunicate. One thing that I'm very interested in with this program is making sure that our students know the difference and know how to creatively interpret as well as then craft geographic data visualizations that are truly beautiful but also effective.
So this is the lesson. Don't be an architect if you really want to be a magician. If you want to be a magician, be a magician. Find out what you want to do with your life. And it's quite easy. If it's something that really makes you tremble, it's what sparks joy and enthusiasm in you. And stick with it. Go where you have to go and do what you have to do.
Welcome to the 2020 Virtual Graduation Celebration. I am honored to be here today to acknowledge the graduates of certificate programs in the Department of Humanities and Sciences. It's your accomplishments and your achievements that brought us here today, so thank you for that. It's a remarkable thing to identify a passion and to commit the way you did to pursue such a rigorous academic program. I believe that you did so with the intention of transforming your life. I hope that the knowledge and the skills that you've developed are not only personally rewarding for you, but I hope that you continue to use them to make a positive impact in your chosen profession. Any educational journey requires curiosity and a thirst for excellence. Journeys of this sort come with all kinds of challenges, sometimes on a weekly basis, sometimes on a daily basis. This past year was different. This past year brought with it additional, extraordinary, and unprecedented challenges. Your ability to adapt to the changes required was so appreciated by all of us, and it was also very much admired. I want to encourage you to use those experiences as evidence that you're not only resilient, but that you're well positioned to lead the way as we all have to adjust to an ever-changing world. Be bold in your choices, be bold in your decisions, and never stop learning. Never stop giving back. Although we can't be together in person today, please know that I and all of us in the Department of Humanities and Sciences are very proud of you, and that we are here in spirit to join you in celebrating your accomplishments. My sincerest wishes to all of you for a very bright future. Congratulations.
Your curiosity, your spirit, and your pursuit of excellence propels you to ever greater heights. Celebrate your accomplishments today as you help light the way into the next century. Today, you are a Bruin, joining another 100,000 Bruins in Los Angeles and over 500,000 Bruins worldwide. This is the UCLA difference. We are committed to discovery and innovation, creative and collaborative achievements, debate and critical inquiry in an open and inclusive environment that nurtures the growth and development of all. And this difference leads us to Bruin values. Values which are developed and deepened with every UCLA experience. As a Bruin, I commit myself to the highest ethical standards. I will respect the rights and dignity of others. I will be accountable as an individual and a member of this community for my ethical conduct. I will conduct myself with integrity in my dealings with and on behalf of the university. I will make an impact in our global community through public service. I will conscientiously strive for excellence in my work. I am a Bruin.
We're almost at the end of our celebration. Before we go, I want to leave you with these final words. To family and friends of our students, we thank you for your ongoing support. To the staff at UCLA Extension, thank you for your work year over year. And to all of our certificate graduates, keep striving for more. Light the way forward with success now and in the future. Congratulations.